Good morning. You know, in our world, it'd be fair to say right now there's an epidemic, and it's anger. There's a lot of anger everywhere. Sometimes it's in us, and sometimes it's in other people. Other people can quite often be like a coiled spring, and just the smallest thing, and bang, there's an outburst of anger and consequences to that anger. But first, what about anger in ourselves? It's an emotion, and it's a perfectly legitimate emotion. It says in the Bible that God himself is angry at the wicked, the injustice, the murders, all the terrible things that happen in our world. He gets angry. And we read in the story of the life of Jesus that at one time the people were abusing God's house, and he got angry and he dealt with it. He changed the situation and he explained his anger to them, saying, "You've turned my house into a den of thieves and it should be a house of prayer." So there are times when we're angry, and it's right to be angry because of an injustice, or somebody has really betrayed us or hurt us. And sometimes we're able to deal with it. We can go to authorities, we can go to the police, but sometimes we can't. So we mustn't let our anger rise up and become a rage, and then bitterness and hatred, unforgiveness and unkindness spring up in our hearts. We need to make sure our anger doesn't turn into that. So we have to release that anger. If we can deal with it, deal with it. Go through the right processes. But if you can't sort it out, just give it to God. The Apostle Paul talked about Alexander, the coppersmith, I think it was, that did him a lot of harm. And he said, "I'll leave it to God. He will deal with it." And many times we have to leave it to God because he will sort it out. And that's how we release our anger. We give out the forgiveness, and then we walk forward in the peace of God, knowing that we've cast our care onto him and he will take care of the situation. Well, what about if somebody's angry at us? I remember a time when I was driving the car and I did a bad turn and I hit a lady's car she just bought it, and she was so angry. She came running at me, shouting her head, really, really livid. And I just quietly spoke to her and I said, "Look, I'm very, very sorry. It was my fault. I will get it all repaired for you on my insurance." And she just went down so quickly and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I got angry. Thank you for sorting it out." So the Bible does say that. It says a soft answer turns away wrath. And so we should be quick to say sorry if we're in the wrong, quick to apologise, quick to put things right, and then anger in others will go away. That's a promise in the Bible. But you know, there's times when there's somebody angry and we need to leave it well alone. King Solomon, he came up with thousands of proverbs, and in my lifetime I've only ever come up with one. And that was, as a rough surface is to a match, so is a harsh answer to an angry man. So don't react to anger, because you'll just stir it up and make it even worse. So just remember, anger is legitimate. Deal with it if you can. If you can't, let it go. And with others that get angry, just be quiet, be peaceful, stay in the rest of God, speak quietly, and God bless you on your journey as you deal with this wild world that we live in now. See you later.